Hello children, good morning to all of you. Welcome back in mathematics class, and today we are going to start the chapter direct variation and indirect variation. So be ready with your pen and copy and with your book. Okay children, see I have written two questions here that we are going to solve by the method of direct variation and indirect variation. So see here, if the cost of 40 toys is rupees 1024, what is the cost of 1 dozen such toys? See children how to solve this question. You can do this question by unitary method also. But today we are going to solve these questions by another method, which is direct variation and indirect variation. So see what is the direct and indirect variation. You can see that in this question two terms have been given. First term is twice and second term is cost. 40 twice cost is rupees 1024. So do one thing. Write down these two terms, twice and cost in rupees. In the question it is given that 40 twice cost rupees 1024. Then question is asking, what is the cost of 1 dozen? 1 dozen means 12. What is the cost of 12 toys? So suppose children, cost of the toys be X rupees. What will be your statement? Let cost of 1 dozen toys be rupees X. Now we will check that there is direct variation or indirect variation. So see children, what is the direct variation? According to direct variation, if one quantity is decreasing, the other quantity should also decrease. If one quantity is increasing, then other quantity is also increasing. See one example I am giving you. Suppose cost of one marker pen is 10 rupees. Cost of one marker pen is 10 rupees. So cost of 5 marker pens will be 50 rupees. That you can calculate easily. Cost of one marker pen is 10 rupees. So cost of 5 marker pens will be 50 rupees. It means when we are increasing the number of marker pens, its cost is also increasing. This relation is called direct variation. That means if one quantity is increasing, then other quantity should also increase. Otherwise, one quantity is decreasing, then other quantity should also decrease. Then the relation is called direct variation. And see how will we represent it by symbol. See, I am representing it by an arrow. Suppose I have made the arrow sign downward. And we have checked that there is direct variation. How to check? See once again. Twice 40 to 12 means number of twice is decreasing. So very easily you can guess that the cost should also be decreased. Total cost of 40 twice is 1024. Then total cost of 12 twice will be less than 1024. So twice is decreasing, so cost is also decreasing, means there is direct variation. We have put this arrow down, so to show the direct variation, we will put here also arrow down. The direction of the arrow in the same side will show the direct variation. That means you can see that there is direct variation. This you have checked. Because twice is decreasing, so its cost is also decreasing. You have checked that there is direct variation. You have supposed cost of 1 dozen twice be rupees X. Now you have to see how to write it to solve. So see children, the direction of arrow side number, make it numerator, and tail side of the arrow, that number make the denominator. That means x upon 1024. This is the writing method. This number is equal to, same we will do here. The number which is in the direction of arrow, we will make the numerator. The number which is in the direction of tail of the arrow, that we will make denominator. Now after this, you can solve very easily. We will transpose this 1024 in the right hand side, then we will get 12 into 1024 upon 40. Now reduce and get your answer. 40 is divided by 4. You will get 10. 4 is dividing 12 by 3 times. 10 is dividing 1024 by 102.40 times. That means x is equal to 3 into 102.40. 3 into 0, 0. 3 into 4, 12. 1 carry on. 3 2s are 6, 1 7. 3 0 0. 3 1 3. That means rupees 307.20 is the cost of 12 toys. Understood? This is very easy question, children. Very easy method also. See the second question. In the second question, it is given that if 18 notebooks cost rupees 333, how many notebooks can be purchased for rupees 425.50? Again, we can do this question by unitary method also. I am reminding you. But today we are learning direct and indirect variation. So see how to solve. Again, we are watching that there are two terms given. One is the notebook and second is the cost. Cost in rupees. First, it is given that 18 notebooks cost rupees 333. Then how many notebooks cost rupees 425.50? So suppose the notebooks be X. Let number of notebooks for rupees 425.50 be X. Okay, again check that there is direct variation or not. You can see that cost is increasing. If cost is increasing, then notebooks should also be increased, because more notebooks, more payment we have to do. More notebooks, more payment we have to give to the shopkeeper. It means if cost is increasing, definitely notebook should also be increased. It means again there is direct variation. Is this understood? There is direct variation. I hope you have understood how to check direct variation. If one quantity is increasing, other quantity is also increasing, there is direct variation. In the previous question we have seen one quantity is decreasing, then second quantity is also decreasing, so there is direct variation. Okay, and how to solve this? X upon 18 is equal to the number which is in the direction of arrow, make it numerator. The number which is in the direction of tail, make it denominator. Then put equal sign. The number which is in the direction of denominator, the number which is in the direction of arrow, make them numerator. And the number which is in the direction of tail of the arrow, make that denominator. Okay, so here x is equal to this 18 will be cross multiplied. 18 into 425.50 divided by 333. You can see that 18 and 333, both the numbers are divisible by 9. 9 2s are 18. 9 3s are 27. 9 3s are 27. 6 is the remainder. 6 and 3 is 63. 9 into 7 is 63. Is this understood? From 37 we can divide 425.50. See, I am dividing for you here. 37 is dividing 425.50. First take 1 times. 42 minus 37 is 5. 1 5 will come down. Again we will take it 1 times. 37. 15 minus 7 is 8. 4 minus 3 is 1. Now there is decimal. This decimal will come down, so we will remove it by putting it here. When we put here decimal, we do not need to write decimal down. Now put here 5. 37 5s are 185. See this one? 5 7s are 35. 5 3 are 15. 3 18. And then this 0 is coming down. So 3700. That means when 37 is dividing 425.50, we are getting 11.50. This 37 is dividing this number by 11.50. Now 11.5 will be multiplied by 2 and we will get the value of x. Okay? See here. X is equal to 11 into 2, 22 plus 1, 23. By multiplying, you can get that value of x is 23, means number of notebooks that can be purchased for rupees 425.50 is 23. Okay, now pause the video and note down these two questions. Okay children, now see some more questions. The third question is, if 50 pencils can be bought for rupees 120, how many pencils can be bought for rupees 108? See how to solve. Once you understood the method, the question will be very easy. Very easy you can solve. What is the direct variation method? First, we see that how many terms are there. You can see that 50 pencils for rupees 120 means pencils and cost. Two quantities are there. When there are 50 pencils, then cost is rupees 120. Then question is asking how many pencils can be bought for 108 rupees. So suppose x pencils can be bought. Write down, let x pencils can be bought. X pencils can be bought. Okay, now check which relation is there. Children, we know that if cost is increasing, that means the number of pencils is also increasing. Because if cost of 50 pencil is 120 rupees, then definitely if we, wait a minute, here the cost is decreasing. 120 rupees is giving 50 pencils, then 108 rupees will give us less pencil. Because cost is decreasing, so number of pencils will also decrease. One quantity is decreasing, then second quantity will also decrease, and this relation is called direct variation. Tell me, is this understood or not? That is the practical part of our life. If we are purchasing 50 pencils and we are paying 120 rupees, and if we want to pay 108 rupees, definitely we will get less than 50 pencils. So price is decreasing, cost is decreasing, so number of pencils will also decrease. Means there is direct variation. There is a direct variation. Understood? And we have learned how to solve it. How to write it? X upon 50 is equal to 108 upon 120. The number which is in the direction of arrow, that will be the numerator. the number which is in the direction of tail of the arrow, that will be the denominator. Same here also, the number which is in the direction of arrowhead, that will be the numerator. The number which is in the direction of tail of the arrow, that will be the denominator. Now this 50 will be cross multiplied. X is equal to 108 into 50 upon 120. You can see that 0 to 0 will cancel each other. Actually 10 dividing 120 by 12 times, 10 dividing 50 by 5 times. To make us easy, just we cut the 0 to 0 each other. 12 dividing 108 by 9 times. 12 into 9 is 108. So x is equal to 9 into 5. 9 into 5 is 45. That means for 108 rupees, 45 pencils we will get. Understood? So this will be your answer. Now see the question number 4. If 45 iron rods of the same weight 12.6 kg, that means weight of 45 iron is 12.6 kg. How much is the weight of 24 such rods? See, again the same question. Write down iron rod and weight. There are two quantities. If there are 45 iron rod, its weight is 12.6 kg. If there are 24 rods, suppose this is x kg. Weight of 24 rod will be x kg. This you will write the statement. Let the weight of let the weight of 24 rods be x kg. Again we will check which relation is here. Children, it's very easy to think. If 45 rod weight is 12.6, then 24 rod will be less than 12.6. Means rod is decreasing, so weight is also decreasing, and we call this direct variation. We say this relation direct variation. Okay, which relation is there? There is direct variation. This statement is not necessary. This is only to make you understand. After this, I will not write it in another questions. Okay? See how to solve this one. Again, x upon 12.6 is equal to 24 upon 45. I hope you have understood. The number which is in the direction of head of the arrow, that will become the numerator. The number which is in the direction of tail of the arrow, that will become the denominator. Okay? Now by cross multiplication, x is equal to 24 into 12.6 upon 45. Now 3 dividing this by 15 times, 3 dividing 24 by 8 times. 15 dividing 12.6 by 0.8, 15 is 120, then we will increase 0, 15 3 is 45, and then 1. By dividing you can check this. See, I am doing for you here. 15 is dividing 12.6. 12 is smaller than 15. So we will take it decimal here. Now 126 will be counted. 15 8 126 is the remainder. Since we have put here decimal, we can increase 0. 15 3 15 4 60. 15 4 60. That means 0.84. You can see that 0.84 will come when it will be divided by 15. So x is equal to 8 into 0.84. 8 into 4 32, 3 carry on, 8 into 8 64 plus 3 67, From the right hand side after 2 digit there is decimal. So here also from the right hand side after 2 digit we will put the decimal. And x is the weight, so unit will be kilogram. So x is equal to 6.72 kilogram. That means weight of 24 iron rod is 6.72 kg. This will be your answer. Understood? Again pause the video and note down these questions. Okay children, now see the question number 5. If a laborer earns rupees 784 per week, one labor is earning 784 rupees in 1 week, how much will he earn in 15 days? Children, 1 week means 7 days. That means a labor is earning 784 rupees in 7 days. So in 15 days, how much he will earn? Again, how to solve this one? There are two things. First, number of days, and second is the earning money. Earned money. So you can see that when 7 days are there, the earned money is 784 rupees. Then in 15 days, suppose the labor is earning X rupees. Now check which relation is there. If number of days is increasing, then income will also increase. The earned money will also be increased. That means one quantity is increasing, then other quantity is also increasing. That means there is direct variation. The direction of these arrows are showing that there is direct variation. Okay. This X is earned money. So write down the statement. Let the laborer will earn X rupees in 15 days. Okay. And how to solve it? You have learned it. X upon 784 is equal to 15 upon 7. That means X is equal to this 784 will be multiplied with 15. So 15 into 784 upon 7. This 7 dividing 784. 7 into 1 7. 7 into 1 7. 1 remainder. 1 and 4 14. 7 into 2 14. So X is equal to 15 into 112. 15 2s are 30, 3 carry on. 15 1s are 15, 3 18, 1 carry on. 15 1s are 15, 1 16. That means X is equal to rupees 1680. That means the laborer will earn 1680 rupees in 15 days. This will be your answer. Okay. Now see the question number 6. If a car covers 56.7 km in 4.5 liters of petrol, how many kilometers will it cover in 26 liters of petrol? Children, it's very easy. If we will increase the amount of petrol, definitely the distance covered will also increase. Okay, see how to solve. There are two terms. One is the liters of petrol and second is the distance in kilometer. If you wish, you can write here petrol and you can write here distance also. Okay, see, write down petrol. Petrol in liters and distance in kilometer. When there is 4.5 liter petrol, the distance covered is 56.7 kilometer. If we take 26 liters of petrol, suppose distance covered is X. Now check the relation. If we are increasing the petrol, if you If you take more petrol in your vehicle, definitely the vehicle will cover more distance, means there is direct variation. Because one quantity is increasing, so second is also increasing. Write down the statement. Let x kilometer distance is traveled in 26 liters of petrol. Okay, and how to solve? See here, x upon 56.7 is equal to 26 upon 4.5. I hope this is understood to you now, because we are doing the 6 questions and all questions have the similar process. We have done only the direct variation questions. Now after this I will tell you the indirect variation questions. But before that, solve this one and find the value of x by cross multiplication. 26 into 56.7 upon 4.5. Okay, this is also and this is also. After decimal there is one digit in the right hand side, so both are the like decimals. If you feel difficulty with the decimals, then first remove the decimal. And how will you remove? By converting the decimals into like decimals. Like decimals means in the right hand side of the decimal, the number of digits should be same. So here in the numerator also after decimal one digit, in the denominator also after decimal one digit, means both are the like decimals. So just remove the decimal without doing anything. Decimal is removed in the next step. If there are like decimals in the numerator and denominator, then we can remove them. Okay, now solve it. 9 dividing 45 by 5 times. 9 dividing this. 9 6 are 54. And 9 3s are 27. After this, 5 is dividing 63 by 5 1s are 5, 5 2s are 10, 0.56 are 30. 12.6 when 5 is dividing 63. Now we have 26 into 12.6. X is equal to 26 into 12.6. So just multiply and get your answer. 2.6 is multiplied by 26. 6 6 are 36. 3 carry on. 6 2 are 12. 3 15. 1 carry on. 6 1 are 6 1 7. 2 6 are 12. 2 2 are 4 1 5. 2 1 are 2. 6 7 2 3 from the right hand side after one digit decimal. That means when you do this multiplication, 327.6 and x is the distance, means the unit will be kilometer. That means the distance traveled in 26 liter petrol is 327.6 kilometer. Okay, again pause the video and note down these questions. Okay children, now see some more questions I have written. Children, in this video I am giving you only the direct variation questions because the video is getting lengthy. In the next video I will tell you the indirect variation method questions. Okay, see here, if 1 score apples cost rupees 90, how many apples can be bought for rupees 162? Children, do you know what is the number for 1 score? Like 1 dozen is 12. 1 score means 20. Remember this point. 1 score apples means 20 apples. Okay. So according to the question, 20 apples cost is rupees 90. Then how many apples will be for rupees 162? Definitely more apples, more money. Less apples, less money. So here from 90 to 162 means price of the apples is increasing. So number of apples should also increase. That means there is direct variation. So how will you solve it? Write down apples and cost also. There are two quantities. When apples are 20, cost is rupees 90. Suppose there are X apples for rupees 122. Let X apples cost rupees 162. There is direct variation that we have understood. So how to write it? X upon 20 is equal to 162 upon 90. I hope you have understood how to write the numbers in the case of direct variation. The number which is in the direction of arrowhead, that will be the numerator. The number which is in the direction of tail of the arrow, that will become the denominator. Same here also. 162 will be the numerator, 90 will be the denominator. Now by cross multiplication, X is equal to 20 into 160 upon 90, 0 to 0 cancel. 9 dividing 162 by 9 1 is 9, 9 8 is 72, 18 9 is 162. You can see this. That means X is equal to 2 into 18, that is 36. That means 36 apples can be bought for rupees 162. Okay. Now see the last question of the day. The last question is question number 8 today. If 32 horses consume 112 kg of gram in a certain period, how many gram will be consumed by 11 horses during the same period? Children, if 32 horses are consuming 112 kg of gram, definitely only 11 horses will consume less gram because the timing is same. Are you watching? Less horses, less consumption. More horses, more consumption. And this type of relation is called direct variation. So how to write it? There are two terms. One is number of horses and second is gram in kg. When there are 32 horses, there are 112 kg. There are 11 horses, so suppose X kg will be consumed. How will you write the statement? Let X kg will be consumed by 11 horses. Okay, put this symbol so that you can understand there is direct variation. Very easily you can write the numbers also. It will be X upon 112 is equal to 11 upon 32. By cross multiplication, X is equal to 11 into 112 upon 32. You can see that 112 and 32, both the numbers are divisible by 4. 4 8 is 32, 4 2 is 8, 4 8 is 32. Again, both the numbers are divisible by 4. 4 2 is 8, 4 7 is 28. 2 is dividing 11 by 5.5 times. So X is equal to 7 5 is 35, 3 carry on. 7 5 is 35, 3 38, 38.5, and this is the weight of the gram. So answer will come in kilogram. So X is equal to 38.5 kilogram. Understood? Children, today's class is over here. Today we have done the practice for direct variation questions. On the next turn, we will practice for indirect variation. Okay? Pause the video and note down these things. Bye bye everyone.